How's it going, everyone? I hope you all are doing great. I am Dorkradu and I'm back with another daily analysis, and we do have a lot to discuss about today because we do have a lot of pairs to go through, okay? So as always, we are going to start off with the Forex analysis, and to be more exact, we are going to start off with GBP AUD, which is a setup that triggered, okay? And we can see that it is currently running in profit on both entries, which is really wonderful to see. Once again, the reason we took this setup is very simple. We had a liquidity sweep here, followed by an impulsive break of structure to the downside. Fair value gap was left behind in our area of interest, and that's why we pulled the trigger. And we also had a pretty corrective pullback. Okay, that was our last step. Next up, we have NZD CAD with a buy limit that is playing out super beautifully. It was a textbook sniper entry. As we can see, it just tapped our entry and then it went straight to the upside. Again, very textbook, very clear. Once again, liquidity sweep here, followed by an impulsive break towards the upside. Then we had that corrective pullback, and as you can see, we had a very wonderful sniper reaction to our entry. Okay, so once again, a very good looking trade that is currently running in some very nice profits. I caught these two trades on my funded account as well. I posted the picture in the market update section in the Discord if you want to check that out as well. Next up, we have Euro AUD with a sell limit opportunity. Again, liquidity sweep here, followed by an impulsive break towards the downside. Fair value gap has been left behind, and if we enable the trader indicator, boom, great confluence. 4 hour is bearish, and we also have the trader order block lining up perfectly with our area of interest. It was super close to triggering right here, but it decided to retrace some more, but this setup is still valid nonetheless. Okay. Next up, we have, what do we have? Eurgbp with another sell limit opportunity. Again, this one is pretty close to trigger. Once again, liquidity sweep, impulsive break towards the downside, and then we also had this unmitigated order block lining up perfectly with our area of interest. Okay. And on this one, if we enable the trade org indicator to see whether we have any confluences with it or not, let's see what happens. 4 hour bearish on the graph, looking very beautifully. And then the trade org order block lining up perfectly with our area of interest. And we also had the corrective pullback. So this is definitely a valid setup to take. Okay, that's exactly why I sent it. Next up, GBP USD with a buy limit opportunity. Again, liquidity sweep here, impulsive break towards the upside, huge imbalance has been left behind. We have this unmitigated order block lining up perfectly with our area of interest. And if we enable the trade org indicator, we can see that the daily and the 4 hour are both bullish, which is great. And so far, we also have a pretty corrective pullback, okay, which is very, very good. And it is pretty much the final confluence for us in order to decide whether we take the trade or not. Next up, USD CHF with a nice sell limit opportunity. We have liquidity sweep here above this high, followed by an impulsive move towards the downside that broke structure. We have a very nice corrective pullback so far towards our fire zone. And if we enable the trader indicator, on this one we don't really have a good confluence, but again, we can still base our setup solely on price action, which is exactly what we did here. Okay, and of course we have this unmitigated order block that sits right on our area of interest. Okay. Next up, we have USD CAD with another sell limit opportunity. Looking very textbook, liquidity sweep here, impulsive break towards the downside, unmitigated order block in our premium area. And yeah, if we enable the trade org indicator on this one, we can see that it has some nice confluences. 4 hour bearish on the graph. And we also have the trade org order blocks lining up with our premium area. Okay, so that is great. Next up, we have GBP JPY with a buy limit opportunity. All right, looking very nice. Corrective pullback so far, which is great. Liquidity sweep here, pretty brief liquidity sweep. Impulsive break towards the upside, broke this swing high here as well. Super huge imbalance has been left behind. Unmitigated order block lining up with our discounted area. And if we enable the trade org indicator, looking very good. Daily and 4 hour on the graph are both green. And then we also have this trade org order block sitting right on our discounted area. All right, so we have literally all the confluences to consider taking this GBP JPY setup. Next up, Euro NZD with a nice sell limit opportunity. Again, pretty textbook liquidity sweep followed by a super impulsive break. Broke these lows here as well as this low, okay? And then, of course, we left this huge fair value gap behind that sits right on our premium area. And now we want to see a continuation of this corrective pullback, all right? 4 hour looking bearish. And we also have this trade or order block that is lining up with our area of interest. Okay, so once again, we have all these confluences. And because of those, that's why we take these setups. That's why we consider them, all right? Next up, Euro USD, super clear liquidity sweep here by the wicks. Impulsive break towards the upside, broke this swing high here as well, very impulsively. Left this nice fair value gap behind, okay? And if we enable the trader indicator, boom, 4 hour bullish on the chart, on the graph. And then we have a series of trade or order blocks lining up with our discounted area. All right, so this setup is looking really, really good as well. And of course, every single setup we take has to have these rules in place. If not, we're not taking it. It's that simple. Okay. Euro CHF with a pretty nice buy limit opportunity. Impulsive break here. Huge fair value gap being left behind. So far a corrective pullback, and if we enable the trader indicator on this one, we only have the 4 hour on the graph that's bullish. That could be a confluence with it. Okay. Next up, GBP CAD with another buy limit opportunity, and check this out. Check this impulsive move towards the upside. Check out this huge imbalance. Okay, liquidity sweep here as well before this impulsive break, and we also have this unmitigated order block lining up with our discounted area. Right, let's see if we have something with the trader indicator, and yes we do. Daily and 4 hour on the graph are both bullish, which is a great confluence for us. It's a great added confluence. Right, next up, Euro CAD with another buy limit opportunity. Okay, pretty textbook liquidity sweep, impulsive break towards the upside, huge imbalance here. Okay, and we also have this unmitigated order block right there. All right, trader indicator tells us that the 4 hour on the graph is bullish, which is a great confluence, and it also prints a trader order block right here. Right, so overall this is looking really, really good. Right, and lastly, for our Forex analysis, we have odd NZD with a sell limit opportunity. Okay, so we can see that price had a shift in momentum here and started to head lower. We also had a liquidity sweep above these highs, and price broke this low here as well as this one pretty impulsively. All right, if I look up, I also have this unmitigated order block that sits right on our premium area. Okay, and if we enable the trader indicator, boom, 4 hour bearish on the graph, and we also have this trader order block lining up perfectly with our area of interest. And yeah, that being said, this pretty much ends today's Forex analysis. As always, if there's any questions, make sure to reach out on Discord. Alright, so now I will go over today's metals analysis, starting off with gold. So on gold, we can see that we rejected from this daily level and we are currently heading lower, but I thought to consider this this bearish range here. But the reason I didn't is because in my area of interest, I couldn't see any fair value gaps and I couldn't see any unmitigated order blocks. And because of that, I just said to myself, okay, maybe it's best to just stay on the sidelines and let the price to develop some more. Okay, and that's exactly what I will be doing. There's no point for us to force it because we have so many other setups that we can trade. Okay, next up we have silver for our metals analysis, which presented a very nice sell limit opportunity, and let me tell you exactly why. So we have a liquidity sweep here, followed by an impulsive break towards the downside. We also have this fair value gap that has been left behind that is lining up with our premium area, which is great. And if we enable the trader indicator, we have a great confluence with it as well. Look at the graph. The graph is all red, which is great, even though we only care about the 4 hour and the daily, really, but still it's a great confluence. And we also have this trader order block lining up perfectly with our area of interest. All right, now, of course, we want to wait for that corrective pullback, in order for us to pull the trigger. That's exactly what we want to see. All right. And yeah, this pretty much ends today's metals analysis. As always, if there's any questions, make sure to reach out on Discord. Now I will go over today's indices analysis, starting off with US30. So US30 is continuing to head higher with this linear push that pretty much shows me nothing. Okay, this is a overextended range for me. That's what I said 2 days ago, and that's what I'm gonna say now as well, because pretty much nothing has changed. And that's exactly why on US30 I won't look for any setups currently. I'll just wait it out. Okay, I'll just stay on the sidelines and wait it out. Next up, SPX, pretty much the same exact story. Okay, yes, we could say that we have this bullish range here, but let's be honest, we are way too overextended. Okay, I want to see some structure, and after that, I will definitely consider looking for some setups. But till then, I want to see the price developing some more, because this is not what I want to see. Okay, this in my opinion is too risky and too overextended. All right, so that's why we stay on the sidelines for now. And NAS100, pretty much the same exact story. Indices today, pretty boring to analyze. Nothing much to see about them, but it's totally fine because, like I said, we analyzed so many pairs, and to be fair, today we had a lot of setups on the Forex analysis. Okay, so that's more than enough. All right, here once again on NAS100, we could say that yes, this is a healthy looking bullish range, right? We have a fair value gap here lining up perfectly with our area of interest. But if I look lower, we have all this imbalance here, and price is definitely overextended. All right, so because of that, I don't want to buy when I am in a peak, you know, and when I have so much void below me. All right, so that's exactly why I just decided, you know what, let's just better wait it out and wait for some better structure to form. And that's exactly what we did. All right, so yeah, this pretty much ends today's indices analysis. As always, if there's any questions, make sure to reach out on Discord. And lastly, I will go over today's crypto analysis, starting off with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is slowly heading towards the upside, but without a clear range. Okay, price has been pretty choppy for the past few days. I don't really see a clear range. I want to see a healthy looking range for me to trade it. Right now, I don't see that, and because of it, I just stay on the sidelines, and I want to wait to see the price develop some more. Ethereum, though, presented a nice buy limit opportunity. Okay, so we do have a healthy range here. Right, if we check this out, let me quickly check something regarding momentum. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right here, we have a liquidity sweep above all these lows, followed by an impulsive break towards the upside. And with this tool here, I measured how many candles it took for Ethereum to reach this level here, from this low to this high, and it took 16 candles, okay, which is a decent amount. It shows me that it has some good bullish momentum right now. All right, after that, I also saw this fair value gap lining up perfectly with our discounted area. All right, and if we enable our bullish, these two trader order blocks lining up perfectly with our area of interest. So definitely some great confluences. And so far, we also have a pretty corrective pullback. Okay, so pretty much this setup ticks all the boxes. And that's exactly why I sent it. All right. Next up, we have Doge. And to be fair on Doge, I don't see anything. Okay, y'all can see that the price is pretty messy. There's no clear range. And exactly because of that, there's no point for us to force anything. All right. XRP, pretty much the same exact story. Pretty overextended in my opinion, and I don't see any healthy looking ranges. So that's exactly why it's just best on XRP to leave the price to move some more, to develop some more, to develop some new structure. And lastly, on Solana, again, pretty much the same exact story. We definitely broke this level. We also retested it, but I don't see a healthy looking range that we could trade. All right, and because of that, once again, I will leave the price to develop some more, to develop some fresh structure. And yeah, that being said, this pretty much ends today's crypto analysis as well as today's overall analysis. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to let us know. And if there's any questions, you can always feel free to reach out on the Discord. And as always, I will see y'all on the dork side. Take care.